You're gonna have to budget a ton of calories for this dinner. It's not short on caloric value, but it's definitely worth it and really delicious. To start, when buying your chicken, you don't want a huge chicken. You want something that's about 4 pounds. That seems to be the sweet spot for me. Anything bigger than that, and it typically burns before it cooks through. So once you got your chicken, the first thing you do is butcher it up. You want to break it down into about 8 pieces, 10 if you cut the breast in half. If you're unsure on how to butcher a chicken, you basically just follow along the joints. It takes some practice, but once you get it down, it's pretty easy. And for fried chicken, it tends to be better if you heavily season it. People will yell at you if you don't actually. But the list for what I'm using in this one will be in the description. I tend to make a lot so I can use it on the chicken and in the flour. Then season your chicken heavily with all these seasonings. Once you get it nice and seasoned, toss that in a bowl. You can actually save yourself a dish and just season it in the bowl. It just looks better on film this way. Then top that off with some buttermilk. You can see the buttermilk kind of washes away some of that seasoning, so that's why you kind of go heavy. And then I like to let this marinate as long as possible. Once you lose patience, go ahead and season your flour, and this is going to be your dredge for the chicken. So now you toss your chicken into that flour, and you want to press it down really hard. Don't be scared. You want really craggly bits, because the craggly bits turn into crispy bits, and that's really the good stuff. Once it's dredged, you can let it sit for a bit. This will help the outside kind of glue itself to the chicken, so it doesn't fall off. Never fill your oil past halfway. It can boil over if you do. Heat it up to 350 degrees, and drop your chicken in. Be careful because you can splash and burn yourself. I've done it millions of times. I'm so accident prone. It's amazing I still have fingers. But cook your chicken in batches and cook it to about 165 internal. Alright, let's move on to mashed potatoes. We're just going to rush through these. First you peel some potatoes, cube them up, toss them in some water, season it with salt, boil those until they get soft. Then mash them up any way you want. I like a ricer. It just makes them more fluffy. Once you get them mashed up, then just toss in a ton of salt and fat. That's really what makes potatoes good anyways. Butter, cream, mix it up, and then taste for seasoning. Now for the gravy, we're just going to make a quick mornay. Make a roux with butter and flour, toss in some milk, stir it up, whisk it, add some white pepper, salt, and Gruyère cheese. Finish that off with a little bit of nutmeg and cook it until it's smooth. Also, I typically save and wash my potato peelings and then fry them up. They make like a really nice crispy garnish. And always make sure you season right after they get out of the oil. It helps it stick. And there you go. You have a really nice fried chicken dinner. I served mine with some green beans that I roasted off. Just have them however you enjoy. Alright, and for the record, I typically don't have a Mornay sauce with my fried chicken. It just sounded really good tonight. I mean, it's a little over the top and super decadent. This is a heavy meal anyways, but it was delicious and I hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe and I'll see you guys later.